Cathy White's truth is going to be unveiled. And it's not a man. And that woman died screaming.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. Show him the tape, Diddy. You got it.
Cathy White's truth is going to be unveiled, and it's not a man. And that woman died screaming. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah.
Show them the tape, Diddy. You got it. Say what now? The person who unalived Cathy White was a woman. Honey, I know we've always thought that Jay-Z is the one who took care of it. But guess who insiders are side-eyeing now as the person who possibly unalived Cathy? Yep. Beyoncé. Allegedly. And I'm saying allegedly because I have not seen the receipts myself. There could be truth to the allegation that Blue Ivy is Cathy's daughter and not Beyoncé's. And there's new evidence. When Beyoncé got on that stage with that fake baby bump. Oh yeah, it was lined up with the same timing of where Cathy White would have been in her second trimester. And when we all watched her get on TV with that fake pregnancy belly that folded over. Yep, she sat down. The timeline of when she delivered Blue Ivy lines up almost perfect with the timeline of when Cathy White would have delivered. Wow. We all know that Blue Ivy came from a surrogate. Yep. They shut that hospital down like a president had just been shot. Also, I know that Claudia Jordan has said before that there was never a pregnancy, but people have always said over the years that she's being paid to lie by the Carters. But there's something else she said that has totally stirred the pot again. She also said that Cathy was with her boyfriend Malcolm when she died. I saw him in Vegas at a party where Jay-Z was there. Diddy was there, my friend Cathy White that you'll keep trying to tie me into her death. It is not true. She was not having an affair with Jay-Z. She never told me she was messing with him. Matter of fact, when she died, she had a boyfriend. His name was Malcolm. And she died with him. I need y'all to stop this rumor that she was pregnant by Jay-Z. She never told me that. I never seen her pregnant. I seen her drinking. We went to Magic Mountain, Six Flags together and was on the rides. These are not things that people that are pregnant by superstars do. They try to protect that fetus. So I need y'all to stop. And people keep saying this, and it pisses me off. I'm sure it doesn't make her family feel good to constantly see this being brought up that she was this mistress. She never told me. I met her in a Memorial Day weekend in 2008. Okay, I went to Vegas with my friend Nikki Chu. So go ask her. Okay, I've been not saying her name. She introduced me to her. We stayed in the same hotel room cause back then now. Why is it that we have no idea who Malcolm is? And why has he never come out to confirm or deny the allegation? Because if he was actually the boyfriend at the time, he would know what was happening, right? I don't know, guys. Maybe he was also paid or is still being paid to keep quiet. Child, maybe it's time for the internet to drag Malcolm out of whatever hole he has been hiding in. Because if he was the boyfriend, it would mean the child Cathy was carrying, who according to the streets is alive, is possibly his, if not Jay-Z's. Baby, when I tell you that this entirety has taken a whole other turn, it's intense. And I have all the details. Okay, the story has always been that Cathy White died mysteriously the year Beyoncé got pregnant with Blue, and she died shortly after doing an interview about her alleged affair with Jay-Z. Allegedly, Jay-Z had been smashing Cathy behind Beyoncé's back for longer than Jay and Beyoncé had even been married. Something else that came up at the time was the fact that Cathy was a close friend of Claudia Jordan, who was well known for allegedly being a homewrecker. Apparently, just like Claudia, Cathy had openly admitted to only messing with super rich guys, and that unless a man had a net worth of at least 50 million, she wouldn't pay him any attention, which means that Hova was a perfect catch for her. Now, within no time, rumors of an affair began making rounds, and Cathy was contacted by Star Magazine's Liz Crokin about the allegation. But around the time Beyoncé was pregnant with Jay-Z's baby, Cathy suddenly passed under suspicious circumstances, and the cause of death was given as a brain aneurysm. According to Liz, days later, she tried to reach her at work with no luck, and she finally got a hold of one of her colleagues and asked her if she knew why Cathy had been MIA. And her colleague shockingly told her that she was no more. Liz also said that sources told her that Cathy had told Jay-Z she was considering going public with Star via her after they talked. She said there were also online blogs that reported the same story, and she ran a small story on this that appeared in Star at the time. In addition, she said she wanted to pursue the story further, particularly investigate if she was indeed Unalived. But she was discouraged from doing so, and her boss was not interested in running a follow-up piece. Well, Liz has always maintained that she believes Jay-Z was involved in Cathy's death. What do you mean she's dead? What happened to her? This was just a beautiful young, seemingly a healthy 28-year-old woman. I was told that she didn't have any health issues, and it was very shocking to hear. And her colleague did not know what happened to her or how she died or why she died. But all she knew is that she was dead. So obviously when I heard this it was very troublesome and disturbing to find out that this woman who possibly was going to give me an exclusive story on her affair with one of the most powerful rappers in the world. That's very disturbing, and it certainly is very convenient for Jay-Z, isn't it? That she died. But here's where it gets even more interesting. At the time Cathy was unalived, she was allegedly pregnant. And not just pregnant with Jay-Z's child, Blue Ivy. There were already rumors that Beyoncé had a surrogate to carry Blue, and that's why the timing was so off and the whole pregnancy was rushed. Allegedly, the rush to have a baby had something to do with the fact that Cathy was also pregnant around the same time. And she is the one who was reportedly carrying Blue. Well, there have been reports claiming that Beyoncé has always had issues carrying a pregnancy to term, which is why she supposedly used a surrogate for Blue and faked her pregnancy. There's even a video that was actually making rounds where Beyoncé was sitting down for her interview when she was pregnant with Blue and her baby bump appeared to fold. Yes, she said later that the fabric was what folded and called the rumors crazy. But people are still convinced that she faked the pregnancy with Blue. Also, as far as her issues with pregnancies, we know that Beyoncé required an emergency C-section when she experienced preeclampsia, which threatened the health of her unborn twins, Rumi and Sir. According to Beyoncé, her pregnancy and delivery were extremely difficult and one of the most challenging experiences of her life. She discussed how her body went through more than she ever thought it could. For example, she stated she weighed slightly over 218 pounds the day she gave birth to her twins. And she also said that throughout her pregnancy, she developed high blood pressure. Reportedly, during labor, one of the baby's heartbeats stopped a few times, requiring a C-section. While Beyoncé didn't specifically mention which one of her twins experienced the heart issues, it has long been rumored that the twin in question was Sir, and people assume that the complications may have affected not just Sir's health, but Rumi's health as well. There have even been speculations about Sir Carter's possible autism. And while there is no official confirmation from Beyoncé and Jay-Z, some fans have taken it upon themselves to analyze his behavior and draw their conclusions. Apparently, the symptoms were present in Beyoncé's Renaissance, a film by Beyoncé, and people were posting comments like this after watching that boy has autism and so does Rumi. The characteristics can be seen in the Renaissance movie. Sir doesn't come out because his disabilities are profound and easily recognized. They had been hiding that boy since he was 2. Several followers went so far as to create a list of autistic traits that Sir allegedly exhibits, including a leg drag, hand flapping, staring at lights, and repetitive movements. With Rumi, people say that the signs are there as well, but they are mild, which is why we see a lot of her in public and not Sir. So, yeah, if this about Beyoncé having issues with pregnancies, we've seen it. The only thing I can confirm is whether Cathy White carried Blue and was unalived because having her alive would be too messy. She was already allegedly asking for millions from Jay-Z. And if what Jaguar Wright is saying is true, someone had to take care of her. And based on what she said, it was a woman. Well, people have also said that the song Daughter from Beyoncé's album Cowboy Carter is a confession to the unaliving of Cathy White. Yes, it sounds crazy, but followers were referencing these lyrics in connection to Cathy. Your body laid out on these filthy floors. Your blood stains on my custom couture. Bathroom attendant let me right in. She was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do. Okay. And you know what? Allegedly, there's one person who has the details about Cathy's child, but she was allegedly paid by Jay-Z to keep her mouth shut. Yes, I'm talking about Claudia Jordan. In fact, Claudia Jordan is rumored to have had her life threatened recently because of what she knew. And there was an incident, but they told the public it was a drunken accident. So, when Claudia was being spammed with messages about what happened to Cathy, she responded to people who told her that she should tell.